Athletic Training Room. Did you know that the month of March is National Athletic Training Month? Let's come inside and take a look at our amazing Wilson athletic trainers.
Kiernan's the best trainer ever.
Kiernan Melograna, and I'm the head athletic trainer at Wilson High School. I started here in the fall of 2001. Prior to that, I worked a year at Allentown Sports Medicine and Human Performance Center before coming to Wilson and was the assistant for Doc Moyer. I got into athletic training because I was a high school athlete at Muhlenberg High School, and I played field hockey, and I happened to get injured, of course, imagine that. Had a hip flexor strain, so I spent a lot of time with my athletic trainer at the time, Tom. Wasn't great at the other sports that my friends played, so I thought that that was a cool way to spend some time with them. So I continued to help out every single year for all the sports seasons, and then I headed off to Westchester for college. The best part about being an athletic trainer, I think my favorite part is the relationships that I form with both the students, their families, and our coaches, as well as all the great people that work around here at Wilson. I think we stand out because Doc set a great precedent as being one of the first athletic trainers in the county, and because of that, our program here has always been super strong. We don't have a lot of turnover. The same people have worked here basically since its inception, and now we just continue to build on that with Kyle being my assistant. It's kind of a Moyer Melograna family duo thing that we just keep going, and we just pride ourselves in the care that we provide to our athletes here at Wilson.
And I know you previously mentioned Doc Moyer. For those who are not familiar with him, can you tell the audience a little bit about him and his lasting legacy here at Wilson?
Oh my goodness, now I might cry. John Moyer is a legend in the athletic training world, not only here at Wilson, but also in Pennsylvania and the eastern part of the state, as well as nationally. So he was a great mentor, and he showed me how to get involved and give back to the profession. So I am so inspired by the things that I did while working with him and continue to do here. The profession has changed astronomically since I was in high school. So I only have a bachelor's degree. Now you get a master's degree. So it's either a 3+2 or a 4+1. So a 5-year program. Now, I mean, we can just do so many more things. The Practice Act has changed a lot in Pennsylvania, allowing us to do more, treat more people, work in different settings. So it's really continuing to evolve as the years go on. This internship program has been amazing. It's one of the reasons that we actually can do our jobs to the best of our ability, because as you can see from some of the footage that was probably going to be shown, we see a lot of athletes day in and day out. So the extra sets of hands, it just provides our students here with an opportunity to see if athletic training is for them. They get to work with their peers, they get to experience the sporting activities, they can be as involved as little or as much as possible. If you just want to be a student athletic trainer and you're interested in any of the allied healthcare fields, or even if you're just wanting to help out and volunteer, you have the ability to come in and do that here with us. One of my favorite moments was with a former athlete. She is currently a college student at Juniata. She played field hockey, and while she was here, she had a knee injury. And I saw her from that day until the state championship field hockey game, where she was able to be on the field with her team for that. And just recently I saw a picture that I did not even know existed of the two of us hugging at that state championship game, and that is probably one of my most favorite.
Sure. My name is Kyle Moyer. I'm one of the assistant athletic trainers here at Wilson. This is my 5th year at Wilson. Well, I grew up with my dad being an athletic trainer who was here for 41 years, so I got to pretty much live and see athletic training on the daily. So seeing his passion for it and then being able to work with him when I was in high school, along with my injuries, as well as being an intern with him, really guided me to being what I'm doing now. I think probably when I was about a junior, when I stopped playing basketball and really focused on being an athletic training intern, I got to really immerse myself in it and get a lot of experiences with taping and rehab, and really kind of getting a passion for it myself and really understanding that that's what I wanted to do.
What would you say overall is the best part of being an athletic trainer?
I think working with our athletes here at Wilson. We have an incredible amount of athletes, work hard daily. It's awesome seeing them get to play the sports they want, and it's especially rewarding getting to see them return to a sport after injury. I think it's just because we have passionate clinicians. We have 4 athletic trainers full-time through the school, which is pretty unique for any district, who care 100% for our athletes, and they bring their A-game every day, and it's awesome. It's always changing. So I mean, medicine in and of itself is a constantly evolving thing. So there's a lot of different changes in whether we should be icing things or stretching things right away. Just different mindsets that we get to change and reflect on. That we do continuing education to learn and keep ourselves sharp. I'd say probably the biggest thing is just being able to do more right away with injuries. A lot of the time, rest was really the understanding that was the best thing for it. But now actually getting to do things more physically and functionally right away helps injuries get back to normal quicker. So anytime that we have an an injury that keeps our athletes out of a season, has a long-term rehab over a course of months, we've had many of them. Just seeing them from square one to them returning to the field and being completely normal back on the field, no issues, is so rewarding. It's got to be one of the best feelings.
My name is Katie Kunkel, and I've been an athletic trainer 15 years now, almost. Yeah. I did 2 years at Brandywine, 10 years at Kunkel Valley, and then I've been here at Wilson for 3 years. I actually was looking at some options for what I wanted to do as a senior in high school, and I knew I liked sports and I knew I liked medicine, and so I talked to our athletic trainer. I went to Wyomissing, and Dan Geeson was our athletic trainer there, and I talked to him a little bit about it, and he was very encouraging, and I looked into it. And at Westchester, where I applied, they asked me, how do you know you want to be an athletic trainer? And I didn't know how to answer that because I didn't know that I wanted to be an athletic trainer. I just thought it sounded cool. But I went into the program and I really enjoyed it, and I've loved it ever since, so I'm glad I chose it. The best part about being an athletic trainer is getting to watch injured athletes become uninjured athletes, getting them to get back into the game and get back out there and do what they love. That's the best part. Wilson has a lot of fun sports to watch, a lot of different sports that I didn't experience prior to coming here, like water polo, and some more successful teams than I experienced prior to coming here too. So getting to see some of the playoff games has been a real highlight. Just the desire of the athletes to want to succeed and push themselves to do better than what I've expected in the past from athletes. It's been really cool to work with real go-getters out there. Oh, I love it. Kiernan and Kyle and Jordan are great. We get along really well, which has been good, and working together to kind of make sure everything gets covered that needs to get covered, and flexibility of having 4 athletic trainers at this school district has been really nice to be able to go to some of my kids' events, but also be able to have that flexibility to cover for each other as well. Most schools in the area have 2 or 3. Now Wilson is bigger than most schools in the area, so I think it is a good thing that we have 4. And because there's middle schools that are separate from the high schools, it's kind of a unique situation, and that's kind of the reason why we need it. I think the term athletic trainer is a little bit confusing for some people. So some people think like, oh, the athletic trainer is someone who trains you in your sport. But it is a lot more medical than that. So we are healthcare professionals, and we focus more on the healthcare aspect of sports. When an athlete gets injured, we're seeing a lot of those injuries in our profession, and that's kind of what we're trained to see and to deal with. So whether it's ankle sprains or muscle strains, those are things we see every day, and those are things we're pretty much specialized in. So that's kind of the uniqueness of our job compared to like a physical therapist who's more on the rehab side, or a doctor at an urgent care who sees a lot of coughs and colds and general medical illnesses versus specifically the athletic injuries that we see.
So my name is Jordan Ehrhart, and my position at Wilson is assistant athletic trainer. I have been here, this is going on ending my 4th year here. I started out with just being wanting to be in the health field and kind of wanted to work at hospitals, and then my college offered the athletic training position, and I got to do some clinical sites, and I just found that I really liked the setting and working with the kids and the athletes. I think the best part is just the community here. I think that we have a great staff, and we have great parents, and we have great coaches, and I just really enjoy working with each person. I love our athletic training staff. I think that all of them have become such a great family within these years, and I would not trade them for the world.
Hi, I'm Bailey Bodien, and I am a 4th year athletic training student with Alvernia. I am currently a mentee to Kiernan and Kyle, as well as Jordan and Katie. So I work alongside of them, getting clinical experience, being able to help treat patients, to taping, to care prevention, the whole way to actually getting an athlete back into the game of play. So this is actually my first semester. So I'm in the first year of the master's program at Alvernia. So you get a new placement every semester, and Wilson is my placement for the spring semester. So athletic training, I have been really immersed in since my sophomore year of high school. I graduated from Eastern York High School, and I was a student athletic trainer as well as a manager for the football team. I was doing some liaison with our athletic trainer and our head coaches. So that was my foot in the door with that. And then I also did basketball, and I actually played softball. So that was really my foot in the door with athletic training. The best part of being an athletic trainer, wow. There's a lot. It's great to have those connections with your patients, as well as being able to see them do something they love to do. Unfortunately, people get hurt, but that's why we're here, is we're here to get them back to doing what they love to do. And that's their sport. You name it, we're there to help them. Wilson Athletic Training really stands out by our preceptors. So Kiernan and Kyle and Katie and Jordan are fantastic. They are willing to push me as a athletic training student to learn the profession, to really get into the grind of what an athletic trainer is, and being able to connect with our patients and get them back out to play. The profession has really changed as a whole. When I started as a freshman in college doing athletic training, I didn't know there was what they call a non-traditional setting and a traditional setting. So a traditional setting is your high schools, your collegiate sports, your pro sports, your semi-pros. There's a whole branch of athletic training called your non-traditional settings, such as Harley-Davidson and other industrial sites like Amazon and NASCAR. We treat the physically active, and that's a big piece of athletic training, is the physically active. So whether that's from youth to middle age, all the way up to your avid pickleball players. My fiance is actually in the military, and that is also an outlet that has been heavily explored lately, and that's a setting that I really would like to get into. In the fall, I'm going to be working at potentially Albright College. I'm unsure what sport I'll be with, but I will be most likely at Albright College, and I am just so excited to see where the profession takes me. With my fiance, we're going to be traveling a lot, but I would even love to be at a high school. So to remind me a little bit of the roots of athletic training here at Wilson. Kiernan and Kyle have been such a blessing. They have taught me so much in the couple weeks that I've been here. So I've gotten to see like the back end of winter and then obviously get into spring sports here. But they have taught me so much about their job on a daily basis. And with every athletic trainer, they have their own unique style, as everybody does. But they're teaching me their ways to be more efficient in the profession. They're also helping me to train my thoughts as an athletic trainer too. They're just amazing. I'm speechless when I have to talk about Kiernan and Kyle. They're just fantastic. They push me to be so much better day after day.
That's amazing.
My name is Michel. My role here is as an student intern here. As an athlete, I know that you'll have to stop playing sports someday. But for me, I think even when I'm done playing, being around it would still be a great thing to do. And I also find it very intriguing to watch people, come back from injuries. It's amazing to watch how people get through it. To play basketball, but other than that, I would love to be an athletic trainer, physical therapist, maybe even a physician's assistant. There's a lot of jobs out there that, require this type of skill set. Well, Kyle and Kiernan, I'm friends with since last year. They're more than just athletic trainers. They're very easy to talk to, in all aspects. But from a athletic training standpoint, they have taught me how to approach each situation mentally, how to stay calm, because as you can see, the room gets really full. So it's important to stay calm, make sure everything's situated. I also think the biggest thing is efficiency. They're very efficient in everything that they do, and they also tell you how to be efficient, mentally, physically, everything. So they're great people to be around. I love them. They're like a family, and I appreciate them a lot.
You've done so much for me, and I'm pretty sure I'm the most injured person in Wilson history. I'm sure I've been in here more than I've been out in the field, but I'm really thankful for everything that you've done for me, and this doesn't do it justice, but thank you so much.
Thank you. Kyle. Since my time as an intern and an athlete, you've been nothing but a positive aspect in my high school career, and I cannot thank you enough for being a light in my life, not only as a student trainer, but as an athlete, and I believe you need to get more recognition than you deserve. So thank you for being my person.
Thank you so much.
Hi.
So I chose you as my MVP because you're always someone who's been there for me throughout these years. Helped me through a lot from these past couple of years.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's all in the card.
Okay. I can't do that right now.
Thank you, athletic trainers, and a special thanks to Kiernan and Doc and Kyle for all of the work that they've done over the past few years for me and everyone else at Wilson.
Big shout out to all the Wilson athletic trainers. We appreciate all that you guys do in order to help our athletes stay on the court, on the field. We couldn't do what we do without your help in maintaining the health of our athletes. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you to the entire aquatic training staff for doing all that you do. Our student athletes would not be able to be successful, see their full goals, and have bright futures without all your help. Thank you for everything.
Hi, Coach Riquet here with girls basketball. I just wanted to extend a huge thank you to our Wilson athletic training staff. They play a key role in our teams and put in a lot of hours, a lot of late nights, and a lot of it goes unnoticed. So I just wanted to extend a huge thank you.
Thank you for all of our athletic trainers at Wilson.
We appreciate you.
Guys, just wanted to give a shout out to the athletic trainers at Wilson School District. We appreciate every one of you and all that you do for our athletes and the coaches and everyone in the community. Thanks for caring about everybody so much, keeping people safe and healthy and taking care of their bodies and their minds and just being amazing. We appreciate you guys.
Kyle, Kiernan, happy Athletic Trainers Month. Thank you for all you do, helping us out.
Thank you for keeping our players healthy, but more importantly, the old coaches over here that need all the help from you. Thank you so much.
Starting to feel a little something here. Kyle, if you can help me out, it's getting bad.
Thanks, Katie, for always opening the door for the Wilson Southern baseball team and everything else health-related for our team.
Thank you, Wilson Athletic Trainers from Southern Sideline Cheer.
We love our athletic trainers because of how much they care for and support all of our coaches and student athletes.
Morning, Kiernan and Kyle. We appreciate everything that you do for us. The kids of Wilson School District are so lucky to have you guys. You're definitely the best.
We got the best trainers in Wilson. Thank you, Kieran and Kyle, for everything you do, and thank you, trainers.
Dom's here, head football coach. Speaking about our training staff, they're second to none. They've been so important to us as a football. They're at it every practice. They handle every injury. They treat them. They get them back as soon as possible. Send them to doctors when necessary. You know, Kiernan's been with us. I never remember how long, but quite a while. And Kyle has stepped in where his dad was and taken over. Obviously, big shoes to fill, but he's doing a great job. They bring all their student assistants in. They bring their interns in from Alvernia and Lebanon Valley. And, you know, we couldn't do our job without the job that they do. I appreciate them more than I could ever imagine. Right? Thanks.
Thanks for joining us to celebrate National Athletic Training Month. Make sure to congratulate or celebrate